Is it because the manager has lost the fans?
I think there's an element of that. I do think so. There is a bit, slight unrest with the manager at the moment. Sometimes I think because it was so good under Jurgen Klopp, that you got to park that. I think he's a one-off. I think the style of football was so exciting, so attacking. It's very difficult to live up to that. And unfortunately, I think the style of play, maybe some of the recruitment, have they been up to the levels? Certainly not of previous seasons, no. And I think that's disappointing the fans. And I think the fans are very knowledgeable in this stadium, and I think they know that is this the direction that we want to go. And I think that's where, and certainly in the summer, then certain conversations have to be had about, do we double down and we back Arne Slot, or is this the direction we want to go? And that's obviously the questions for upstairs.
Does he deserve the opportunity to turn it around, Joe, do you think?
He definitely deserves it, Linz. Like you said, Jurgen Klopp's shadow is in this club because he was loved by the fans. I don't think there's a better connection between a manager and fans in world football, and the players as well. It seemed like they loved him. And then you come, everything goes swimmingly. Slot, but he won the league last year, Slot. And that's got to count for something.
Here,
yeah. And I just think there's lots of circumstances that have happened around it. So he does deserve. But sometimes in football you don't get what you deserve, and I think
Quite often.
Exactly, yeah. Well, you are a Newcastle fan, Lynn. So,
I know all about that.
Yeah. So, listen, I just think the thing that Xabi Alonso is available. I keep coming to that, and I think you look at the quality of the players that are here, the type of players that are here, the way that they play. The Liverpool board might think of moving. I don't think he deserves it personally, but it's a unique situation because Xabi was such a big player here, and he's been such an impressive young manager, and you might not get another chance to get him.
It's really funny because half-time, massive argument in the dressing room. So Sadio and Robbo, playing on the same wing. No, you don't say fuck you to me. You don't say Sadio and Robbo. I said fuck off, Sadio. Stop it. I said fuck off. And then, no, you said fuck.
It was a miscommunication. It was a language barrier thing. Sadio thought I said one thing. I definitely didn't say that. Sadio obviously has the emotional character he has. Usually I was the one trying to back him up, but at this point I was kind of on the back foot. I'm thinking, what did I do here? Because usually I'm the one trying to, on the pitch, try to calm him down and help him. And
I come in and stopped it.
Well, I think the gaffer had enough, and he said, well, you both shut up now. And we both just sat there like good little boys, I think.
So in that moment, it was more or less, can you really play together the second half on one wing? Is that possible? Or what do we have to change? No, it's fine. And I still remember the way we celebrated the goal. So get the ball out of the net in a away game at Aston Villa and go back to halfway line and come on, let's go for the win. We had some of these kind of mentality monsters. I'm not sure they were all before we came together, but they had it in them, and they showed up as that then. So like him, Millie, Hendo, Adam, and we had a lot of these kind of a genie. In the moment they realized we are really good, they gave it the extra spark, and Robbo gave it the extra spark. Like, okay, we are good, yeah, we all know, but now we have to make it click. Signing Robbo taught me so much. Because and I told him, so I like everything about what you're doing offensively. And I don't think I like anything of the things you do defensively. So if we agree on working on that and you pay completely in and stuff like that, then we will have a lot of fun together.
Well, I just walked out that house and just thought, I need everything I can to play for that manager, and I want everything I do to play for Liverpool. In terms of even my debut at Crystal Palace, I think the fans took to me pretty early, which was, an amazing feeling. I think they probably seen a player that would probably play exactly like them if they get given the chance. I was guilty of, when I first came to the club, I seen myself still as an opposition. You know what I mean? I came in and I'm looking at Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, Bobby Firmino, and I still looked at them going, okay, I'm playing against these guys. Whereas I had to start believing, no, these are my teammates and I'm going to start playing with them. And I think it was more a belief thing than anything. You know what I mean? The manager and his coaches done a good job in terms of telling me, what I had to do in terms of a fullback, when to press, when to jump, all these little things that made Jurgen Klopp the manager that he is. But For me, it was more just trying to believe that I was a Liverpool player. Do you know what I mean? I had to find that belief that I was at one of the best clubs in the world.
He came in my office and said, "Boss, I'm working really hard every day, I don't get a chance." And I said, "Oh, I'm really surprised you are here because we had the agreement. You start thinking like a defender, and that's the first step we have to do. You still defend like a striker. On that position, it's not possible." Yeah. So what do I have to do? "Oh, I told you already." And that was the moment when the penny dropped for him. The next day, training looked completely different. I'm pretty sure he would say the same. If he wouldn't have done that, you stay on a specific level. I mean, from that day on, he became, for a while, definitely the best left back in the world.
I always felt as though Robbo would sort of rise to the occasion in big games and things like that against top players.
That's kind of Robbo understanding the game, within the game.
At the time, I thought, wow, it's a bit early for him to go to a club like Liverpool with the demands on you. However, a bit like when he's gone to Hull and all his career, he's gone and he's shone straight away, hasn't he? The bigger the challenge, I think, with Andy, the bigger the challenge, the better he becomes.
Even when he was winning Champions Leagues and winning Premier Leagues with Liverpool, he never felt he was above anyone in the squad, and that's the greatest quality you can have as a teammate.